Hi, everybody. I'm James Shulligertis with True Wealth Advisors Group. And today I thought I'd put together a quick video for you just so, just talk about kind of what's going on in the world with markets, just so that you can feel a little bit more comfortable with what's going on and get a better understanding of the situation here. So here's a little presentation I put together. It's called What to Do When It Hits the Fan. And here we go. So there's a couple of things affecting the economy today. And the first and most obvious one is the coronavirus, right? So far today, as of today, it's been 244,000 cases confirmed. Of those, 147 of them are still active. 95% of the people that currently have it or are affected are in mild condition, okay? The other 5% are in, serious or critical condition. And over here we have closed cases. So 96,000, they're done, right? So 90% of those have recovered. 10% of those have not recovered. Okay, so this is something that you should be taking seriously, and try to do things to protect yourself. Here's kind of some of the data behind that mortality rate, though. So if you're under the age of 60, like literally, you almost have nothing at all to worry about, okay? You can see the fatality rate is super low. But once you get over age 60, you can see that percentage kind of creeps up. And that's directly tied to pre-existing conditions. So if you are over the age of 60 and you have cardiovascular issues or diabetes, hypertension, cancer, something like that, you need to be careful. Stay out of the way of areas that are infected with coronavirus, or where you think you might potentially get it, because this is could really have a bad effect on you. So keep that in mind and be considerate of other people. If you're in the younger age or healthier, think of people who aren't, and try to be considerate there. Another note, Tom Hanks, he was confirmed to have had the coronavirus, and hey, he says he's doing just fine. He says he has a case of the blahs. So I don't know what the blahs are, but that's how he describes having the coronavirus. Hey, on another topic, it's kind of weird, but he has a typewriter and it actually says Corona on it. I don't know what that means. I don't think it has anything to do with anything other than it's just kind of strange, and you should know about it. Hey, the other thing affecting the economy is an oil war, right? And we're not shooting guns over oil, but Russia and OPEC, they decided that they weren't going to cut back production this go around here, and they're actually trying to force out some of our smaller oil producers here in the U.S. Just by producing so much at a lower rate, it's pushing down the price of oil, and that's going to cause smaller businesses to go bankrupt, basically, especially if they have a lot of debt. So here's what's going to happen, or is likely to happen. Bigger companies are going to come in. They're going to buy these bankrupt companies on pennies on the dollar. And the unemployment rate in the energy sector is likely going to go up in the near term anyway. So that's the bad news. The good news is, though, hey, let's look at this. The price per barrel is $20, right? So that is the cheapest it's been since 2002, right? So think about that. What that means is that prices at the gas pumps are probably going to be lower for the foreseeable future, which is, good, especially for lower income families, because they're generally spending a higher percentage of their income on gasoline. So that's a good thing. So things not to do now. Now is not the time to switch your investment strategy. It's not the time to get conservative. It's not the time to sell. It's not the time to become a market timer. Okay, stick with your strategy. Here's an investment story here. If someone had put in $1,000 into the stock market back in 1980, did only one thing: never sold. That's all they did. They just didn't sell. They held on to it. Today, that $1,000 would be worth just short of $20,000. Here's the thing, though. If someone sold every time the market went down 5% and then rebought after the market rallied 3%, you can see that they would have half as much money. Okay, people are notoriously bad at timing the market. There's all kinds of studies that show that. Stick to your strategy. What to do then? If the media is, psyching you out, turn the radio off. Remember, they're selling advertising. Negative news gets people to tune in, so you're going to hear a lot of it. If you are going to listen to it, make sure you're getting the facts and the data. Stick away from media spins and opinions. Listen for them because they're out there. Okay. Here's a thought from my good pal Warren Buffett. He says, be fearful when others are greedy and be greedy when others are fearful. And if you were to look at the stock market, it's down 30% from its high. People are fearful. Okay. So really that's bad. But if you're looking to invest and you've been looking for that moment to invest and you walked in and thought of it as, if you walked into a store and everything in the store had a 30% off sign on it, and there were things that you could use, would you say, yeah, I think I'm going to, wait until maybe that turns into 40% off? Or would you say, no, wow, that's a good deal on 30% off on things that I can use. I should buy those up. And this is it. This is your 30% off invitation. If you're sitting on money, looking for that opportunity to invest, it's here. And you can do that in several ways. One, you can still fund your Roth IRAs or traditional for 2019 up until April 15th. You can fund your accounts for 2020. And if you've done that, you can invest in individual or joint accounts, and you can literally put any dollar amount, millions if you wanted to, into these accounts here. So no restriction. What are we doing at True Wealth? So we're rebalancing accounts. That's essentially taking money out of bonds and we're putting them into the stock market. And so we're doing exactly what I've just told you to do. And we're trying to buy stocks on the cheap. So the other thing we're doing is we're looking for different areas of the market that we think are likely to perform better than others for our allocation. That's all I have for you today. Thank you for your business. Thanks for tuning in. It really is a privilege to be able to serve you and your family.